I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a visual.
Proud of it. Hello and good morning on a Friday, a rainy Friday at that. I am joined in the studio today live from Mashpee TV. Thank you very much to Chris Ball and the staff over here at Mashpee TV, channel 1072 in HD if you're looking for us. I've got Greg McKelvey, who is running for our select board here with me this morning. Thanks for coming in.
You're very welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to be here.
So I was chatting with a couple of our friends, and we were just like, what even does a select board member do?
Oh.
What even is that position that you're running for? So I feel like to start, maybe introduce yourself to everybody. And,
Sure.
And before we get into like the meat and potatoes of why you're running and what's happening.
And mixing it all up.
Yeah, right?
Yes, exactly. So my name is Greg McKelvey. I'm running for the 2-year term on the Mashpee Select Board. The election is May 10th. I've been in Mashpee since 2010. I have kids that have gone through the Mashpee school system here. I'm involved locally on boards and committees, as well as doing volunteer service at the senior center and the school system. So I'm involved in the town and enjoy it very much. We have a great community, and I'm happy to be here today.
So why are you running for select board? Why now?
Well, why now is because two folks have decided not to run or step down. Carol Sherman's not running at the moment.
Right.
And Mike Richardson, my friend, is running for the 3-year term. And I got wind that my friend Tom O'Hara would be stepping down, and they needed someone to run for that term. So I pulled papers in February and decided it was time to do it, to give it a try once again and to run. But why am I running? I think that's a great question. I could give you the political answer, but I'm going to give you the answer.
No, the real answer as a person.
The real answer as a person is this.
Because this is a job where it's a volunteer position.
Right. Well, they do get a little stipend.
Right.
For gas.
But I mean, you're really giving up your time here and being exposed to a lot of scrutiny in a space where people are tough.
Right. So I'm running for select board because I'm a person that believes that I want to leave the world a little better than I found it. If I can do that sitting at that chair, I help cleaning up our waterways, helping our environment, helping people with affordable housing in some way, and other things, I want to do that. The second thing is I believe in helping people. If I can do that by sitting in that chair and helping one person make a difference, that's important.
I love that. Good morning, Cheryl, Lauren, Ashley. Ashley's giving us an update on the Karen Reed trial. 16 jurors, 2 more wanted. Thank you for the update.
Okay.
That's a crazy situation in and of itself.
A whole different show, right?
Very. Yeah. It's a much different show. What does the select board do? What do you think the select board's biggest responsibility is?
Well, the select board does a lot of things, but one thing is they put policy forth.
Yep.
They're the policy board. They look at things like the wastewater situation, decide, okay, what do we send to the town meeting for people to look at and to approve? And that's the main thing that they do. But they're also the public face of Mashpee. Mm-hmm. And that's important. People, they need to be seen, they need to be heard, and looking at issues that affect the town long-term and short-term. And they do that.
Yeah, Mashpee is a little bit different. I don't know if you're familiar with the Cape or off-Cape waters, but yeah, we don't have a mayor. Right. There isn't like you are the decision maker.
Right, so we have something called a warrant, which is a booklet, and in the booklet is an article. For example, you have a budget. The select board approves the budget along with the finance committee, which I'm on, and they send it to town meeting. And the voters really are the legislators. They get to vote on what is approved and not approved. And that's their job. And the job of the select board is to put that forward and put forth other policies that affect the town in a positive way.
What's up, Dan? Thanks for joining us from Middle America this morning.
Hey,
Hopefully
Dan.
It's not as rainy and miserable as it is here today.
Yeah, where's our weather?
I know. Well, they had to move the Easter egg hunt inside.
Right? Poor bunnies.
I know. So Saturday, by the way, if you're here in Mashpee and you're looking to run those kids with that Easter egg hunt, it's very quick. But they're going to be doing it inside, I believe, of the Quashnet Gym, and that starts at 10 o'clock. I definitely suggest being there early.
Fun day.
Yeah, definitely. And the Easter Bunny will be there.
Woo.
We love that Easter Bunny very much. So you're talking about putting together a budget, putting together that. You've been on the finance committee for 9 years.
Yes, ma'am. 9 years.
So you know you're not coming at this cold.
No,
You
no.
know what our challenges are.
Correct. So the finance committee looks at all articles in our warrant, and they make a recommendation on those articles to the best of their ability. And we have a book. The book's about that thick with every financial thing you can imagine for the town. We go through that book over that book for months with a fine-tooth comb, looking at things to say, okay, what are things? What looks too high? What looks too low? How can we suggest to the town manager maybe some things to change or not change? That's what we do when we get the budget in, and then we recommend it or not recommend it to the town.
Do you have an example of how you saved our town money?
Sure. During I think it was just after COVID started, and we were doing all these Zoom meetings like a lot of us were.
Yeah.
There was a conversation about building a natural resource building. Now that natural resource building was going to cost $5 to $6 million. And in that meeting, I'm thinking, we're trying to get wastewater projects together here. We're trying to spend money on wastewater. Do people have an appetite to spend that money at that time? And I said, well, maybe there's another solution. Have you looked around town? Have you looked at the new facilities over here on the industrial side of town? Well, they built these huge bays that you can house and store all kinds of boats and big equipment. And they hadn't. And the town manager looked at that. Next thing you know, they buy 2 of them, costing, I think, about $300,000. I'm sorry, is it 300 or almost $2 million, saving the town millions of dollars. So that example of out of the box thinking, doing something differently, not going the traditional way, helps save the town millions of dollars. And they're over there right now working in the natural resource building just across the street here. And they got 2 bays over there that they work from.
That's nice.
Yeah. So that helped. That helped the town.
Yeah, for sure. You're very involved. I laughed yesterday because I saw you doing trivia at the senior center.
Yes.
I'm like, see, everybody. I was there last night. I was basically doing trivia at the senior center, High Yacht Club. But I love that you're involved. You're involved in Kiwanis.
Yes.
You're involved. I mean, you're busy.
It is busy, and it's also fun.
Yeah.
Kiwanis is a great organization. They help children. They help families. They gather things together for kids. We put together backpacks in the beginning of the school year with supplies in them. We get Christmas gifts, and we pack the van, and we send it to the Boys and Girls Club. We do all that type of thing. And that really is important to me because it reverts back to my childhood. There's people that built into my life when I was a kid. I didn't grow up on the Cape. I know that sounds like a Southern Massachusetts accent I have, but I grew up in North Carolina originally, and I had a lot of people built into my life, and part of that is giving.
Yeah.
And I want to give back to the community, and I have given back over the 15 years that I've lived in Mashpee.
Cindy says that she wants to ask if he has anything to do with the sewage project. I already pay taxes, but they want money from the homeowners to convert. How will that help?
Well, the sewer situation, as you know, is complicated.
Yeah.
There's a lot involved in it, and they're getting ready to hook up very soon. Hook up phase 1.
Phase 1.
Start the whole process going.
I live in phase 2. I don't know where you are, Cindy, but
Right.
yeah, I finally sat down and read through all of the documents.
Right.
I mean, it is a lofty read.
Yes. And there's money available to help homeowners, depending if they qualify, to get hooked up. And you're right. The taxes have gone up. They will go up a little bit more. The good thing is we do have some funding that is 0% interest.
Okay.
There's 25% forgiveness and 3% forgiveness on that, which we've gotten money back already.
Okay.
So that's a good thing and a help for the town. But for the individual homeowner, they're in charge of hooking up from their house to the pipe.
Yep.
Right. So it's that issue that's tricky. There is a fund you could call the wastewater department at town hall. Talk to them about your issue and your need to connect and hook up.
So that's going to be a different amount for every person?
Yes, it will be a different amount for every person because the link could be different.
Okay.
Right.
So there's no ballpark. You know what I mean? I think that's what's scary to people. There's no ballpark.
Right. There is no ballpark.
Right.
And I think a lot of us are facing the same thing.
Right. Is it $2,000? Is it $20,000? How much is it?
Right.
That's a lot.
It is difficult. To figure out because we're not at someone's house looking at every house individually. Right. But the wastewater department can help you navigate you through this. And they're happy to do that in Mashpee. So if you call the Mashpee Town Hall, Google that number, and they'll be happy to get back with you. Or you can call me at 774-313-8232, and I'll try to direct you. Okay?
I love it. Carol Sherman said, great man for the job.
Well, thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Carol's a long-time servant. She's stepping down, not running again, and big shoes to fill in.
I know. I get a little teary-eyed anytime I see her now. I'm just like, oh, I'm sad.
Oh, she's not going to. She'll be around, I'm sure, right? Right.
She even said she's going to take a little vacation, but with her taking a vacation is going to work. She's like going to work in her job.
She needs a well-deserved vacation for sure.
I said, Carol, that's not a vacation.
Right. And it's a lot of, the select board takes a lot of heat. People in politics, as you may know, one day they love you, one day they hate you. It's a lot.
Well, that's exactly it. How are you going to handle that stress?
Well, that's a great question. I do it by breathing, by relaxing, trying to take each individual as they come.
Yeah.
Right. And making sure that I'm trying to do what's best for the town, making sure to remember a life is more than politics. It's everything else that's encompassing with it. So
yeah. Cindy's following back with, are we forced to convert?
If you're on the line, the town will.
I think you eventually have to get it done.
You'll have to, yes.
I think that there's a lot of time that you'll have to get there. And if you choose to sell your home or move out of that situation, I think you will have plenty of time to figure out how it's going to happen.
If you haven't already got notices, you'll start getting notices from the town. And at that point, you start looking at that. And it is mandated. It was mandated by I think the health department or the wastewater department when they did all this.
If you're elected, what are your top priorities? Like, you've only got 2 years and it sounds like, wow, that's a long term. It's really not in the movement of government.
Right. Well, 2 years is not a long time, as we all know, go by like that.
Yeah.
My top priority is continuing the wastewater treatment plant hookups and moving forward on all the phases.
Okay.
Has to be done in a timely manner to save the money, because we just don't know where the economy is going.
Yeah. It's not getting cheaper.
No, it is not getting cheaper, and that's part of it. If you don't do it now,
it's scary.
It's scary, and you don't help our environment. I mean, the waters are filthy, and this is something that's going to clean that up for future generational use, and that's important. So that's my top priority. Looking at affordable housing.
Yeah.
Helping families and the elderly and those who just want to live in Mashpee find a place to live. Man, that's a complicated issue in an affordable way.
Yeah.
So getting those players around the table, continue to engage, that is very important. And looking for out-of-the-box solutions is also important. And I think another priority is transparency. Getting people to understand that we want to be, as a select board, transparent and open, receiving your communication, finding ways to interact with you better and more frequently. One thing I would recommend is revamping the town website, making it easier for people to find things on the town website.
I love that.
Another thing I would recommend is having 2 select board members do regular meetups. There's meetups all the time. You can do a select board trivia meetup, right?
Honestly, and I'm happy to facilitate that. And wearing my Mashpee Chamber hat, we love this because we need places for our workers and our businesses to have people to live. We need people to be engaged and to be around and knowing what's going on with policy. It needs to be more accessible, and many need to start showing up and paying attention to what's happening instead of complaining on social media. I see a lot of the, well, blah, 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 I didn't know, and you did know. It was made available to you. It's just maybe the timing didn't work, but you need to be vocal about that.
Right, and the more the information we can get out to the public, and communication, right, in every facet. But then it's up to the voter and the resident to open up those documents or read those documents if they want to be invested in the town. And that's very important.
I love that you're talking about accessibility, because I find that it's really difficult and a little bit frustrating.
Yes.
When you're on the town website or trying to find out where to get the actual information from. So.
Right. And I think select board members should be a little more accessible to the public, making sure they're interacting. I like the coffee idea. To do that as well.
Yeah.
So that's just some thoughts as I'm thinking about, going forward, opening the door of accessibility to people and just being available. Listen, I may not be able to 100% solve your problem, but I can tell you this: I will listen to what you have to say, and I will check out your perspective, take it to heart, and I will make the best decision I need to make for the town of Mashpee. That's my pledge to you.
Oh, I love that, Greg. We've seen your sense of humor out and about, doing trivia. Pickleballer.
I am a pickleballer. I've not done a lot this winter, but I am a pickleballer. I've given my shoulder a rest. Let me tell you.
People don't talk about the injuries that
my
you
goodness.
sustained with this pickleball business.
Right. There's injuries everywhere. People get shoulder surgeries, knee surgery. Pickleball is a lot of fun.
You know who's winning is the ortho in all of this.
Right, exactly. And just don't play against my friend John Cotton. He's very competitive, by the way. So
John is very
I can throw
funny.
that out, John.
I got to hang out with him at CCYP's Shape the Cape this week at a conference in Hyannis, and that was really nice to chat with him. And he's just such a good human.
Oh, he is. He's got a good sense of humor too. He rolls well with it.
Yes,
absolutely. He's very dedicated to the town. So as everyone that's on the select board is dedicated to the town, I don't question anybody's motives. I think they all got the best interest in mind, and I think I want to join that group to continue that feeling in that process.
What is your favorite hidden gem in Mashpee?
Ooh, hidden gem. Okay, so I really enjoy walking the beaches.
Yep.
Enjoy that. That's always a hidden gem. But my secret spot, if I'm really stressed and I need just to kind of have a moment to myself, is Hatchville Cookie in Mashpee Commons. Sorry, they make some beautiful cookies.
That's awesome.
And it just gives me a break to go.
Well, they're so funny and so smart.
Look, there's no stress in making cookies. Come on now, or eating cookies. So I can eat a cookie and I can relax a little bit. Then I can go to my next thing.
When they're in there baking and they open up the doors, they know what they're doing.
Know what they're doing.
They're spreading that all over the place.
So that's my little hidden gem in Mashpee.
A couple of minutes away from where I work at Cape Space, and I'm just like, what does that smell? Oh, the cookies are doing it. Doing it.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? What else do you want people to know about you?
Oh, wow.
And why you? Why do you deserve our vote?
Well, I would humbly ask for your vote because I've truly invested in the town since I lived here in 2010, since I moved here in 2010. Right away, I got involved with the senior center. I started doing their gadgets and computer workshop, which was really fun. Older people would come in. My seasoned seniors would come in and ask me about their computer or their phone or something. This one sweet lady came in one time and she said, "My kids told me that I need to get my face on the books." So we did that.
It's like the commercial on TV. Lauren says she loves your pink tie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So that type of thing. So I love doing that. And I still am engaging in helping people with technology from time to time.
I love the fact that I was coming in here, setting up, and you're like, "Oh, is that a ZV1?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is actually."
How'd you know that? How'd you know that? Well,
Yeah,
something else I would like to see the senior center do is to continue working with our older folks and helping them engage with technologies. Because today, if you don't have an email address,
so important.
And if you don't know how to navigate the web, our senior center can be a great resource for that.
Yeah.
And I hope I think they are now. I think they can continue to be, and I think you can even expand that.
Yeah, I love that.
So I think that's a great idea because it's hard for older folks to, do all these, what's a URL? Right?
We've been growing with technology, so we collect all of this. They were adverse to it because they're like, it's not going to last.
Right.
But now it's been embedded, and now it's been embedded in our growth.
Right.
So if they didn't get on the train in the beginning, they're definitely not getting it now. And now when our life is QR codes and technology, it's very difficult, even finger wise. I know my dad specifically has to have the larger print, the bigger things, the less buttons, because he physically can't press the buttons like that.
Yeah. The older we get, those things seem to happen, right? So that's how it is. But being involved has been very important to me from the beginning. I got involved in the Waste Management Committee in Mashpee, and then I got involved in the Finance Committee. And I tell you, that's a great place to cut your teeth because you see everything. You see where every dime goes, and you understand how the town works and why it needs to work a certain way. Municipal government is a very different beast than private sector. And how that works is tricky, but there's ways around things, ways to work through things. And I think that's been important. So the best thing I would like to say to people is this. If I'm elected from day one, I can hit the ground running because I already know what it's like, where to go, who to talk to, and how to move forward. And I think that's a great asset for the town.
Oh, that's definitely a really good asset. I'm just starting to wade my foot into a little bit of committee and put myself out there and get involved because I feel like this is the only way we're going to make a difference. Instead of shouting from rooftops, we're unhappy with things that are top down. We need to get involved in your town. We have so many committees, so many open vacancy seats for people to get involved.
And there's all kinds. It depends on what really your what flavor
Right?
committee you want. They have a historical group. They
Yeah.
have a gardener group.
Yeah, right?
They have all these groups that they need help with and people to be involved with. So I encourage you to check out the town website, find that, or go to the town office and look for the vacancies that are listed there. And if I can help any of those questions regarding committees, you'll reach out to me at 774-313-8232, and I'll be happy to answer your question.
Honestly, I was just in there the other day wandering around, and everybody's so friendly. Hi, what do you need? Go over there. Here, have this.
They are friendly.
My son was filling out an application to be a lifeguard for the rec department this year. Well, he was too young last year.
Right.
When he got his certification, and now they have a junior one. I'm like, sorry, buddy.
Oh, well.
I said, you make more money this year.
Right,
if you get
more money.
so it's fine.
And that's a great way to meet community people and engage. And
yeah.
It's a great job.
But it was just so nice seeing Christy in Rodney's office and then popping over and seeing Zach at the Board of Health.
Right.
Because we have a new functioning situation going on with the health department that I want everybody to know about. We run the Mashpee Farmers Market and some of our food entrepreneurs. There is, it's much more streamlined this year, and they're working with the Cape Cod Commission. So if you've already done your health board inspection from the Cape Cod Commission, all you have to do is just check the box for Mashpee and then pay your fee. You don't have to be inspected again.
Oh, great.
So it's really nice. It's making it much easier to work with other towns because if you're a food truck or if you're a business that you're going from Mashpee to Sandwich, it's kind of silly to have 14 inspections year round all the time.
Just streamline it. Right.
So I'm so thankful that Mashpee did this year.
Yeah,
so this was a definite improvement for us.
Great.
Growing and making it more attractive to have people come to Mashpee. So I'm really excited about that opportunity.
Well done.
Yeah. So we're slowly making moves. We have our farmers market coupons again this year. So seniors, if you get your senior coupons, you can spend them with us at the Mashpee Farmers Market. You can't use them in the grocery store, and they can get things like honey and fresh vegetables, which is really, really nice. I'm excited for that this year.
Excellent.
And we're working with Tony Andrews Farms, is one of our major farms this year. So very local. We're trying to get the mile for the movement of food down to less than what it is right now. It was mind-boggling when I found that the average American, how far do you think your food comes? Your average, talk seafood, talk meat, how far away do you think your average food comes from, trivia guy?
300 miles.
6,000 miles.
Wow.
6,000 miles for your
6,000
food.
miles.
It's crazy. The average is.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
It's sad. So Cape Cod is very different. We like to keep it sourced and local.
Right.
And we're working on eating locally for the season. So it's some of the things that we've been working on for our initiatives, feeding people. We're trying to grow our workforce. We're trying to grow our people.
Right. It's important.
It really is. So I love the fact that you're working with not only our older adults at the senior center, but also Kiwanis.
Yes. And the school system. I've been volunteer at the school system for many years. I was just there the other night grading, judging the senior project.
Oh, I saw that. I was so sad that I missed it.
I love that night.
Because at the chamber, we have 2 high school seniors that are working for us this year.
There you go.
And Rachel was one of the ones that was chosen to be on stage.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Give an extra presentation. And I was like, oh my God, did somebody film? And she's like, my mom did, but I don't want you to see it. But I'm going to tell you, they have been knock it out of the park, amazing employees.
Excellent.
So good. Self-starters. We had a great day with Richard DeSorger over at the town archives, and we learned about Mashpee, and he wrote an article for our upcoming visitors guide. Thank you to the EDIC who is helping out with our visitors guide and putting that out to our community. And we have an article that's written about, I talked to Heidi over at the senior center. She's writing something for the Mashpee magazine. It's our 40th anniversary in September.
Wow.
So I'm trying to, show the growth of where we were, where we are. Claire, Zoe used to have Zoe's Pizza.
Yes.
And she was chosen for the cover. She was our photographer.
Okay.
And so she named the photo Infinite Mashpee.
Oh, that's great.
So that is the name of the magazine
this
season is Infinite Mashpee, where we've been, where we're going. It's not going to end, but where are we going right now? So I'm pretty excited about the things that are happening in our town. And so is Greg, because that's why he's putting his foot out there. He's putting his neck on the line. He's putting his mouth where his money is and showing up.
Right. And I think it's important that anyone that's running for a position in any town, they take a risk. They step out, and most people have been very kind, and I appreciate that. And it's not always easy, but you do your best with what with everything that's available. Try to get the word out and help people understand that it's really about local politics and caring for the community you live in. It's so different than national politics. But local politics is about the day-to-day activities in the town, making sure the town's run smoothly and properly, and really helping the individual. And that's my goal as I go forward with this election and hopefully into the future.
Alana, good morning. Melissa, Mari, thank you all for joining us. We've got Greg McKelvey is running for the Board of Select People, and right?
The Select Board. There you go.
Thank you.
For the 2-year term.
So what's the difference?
So because Carol was stepping off of her normal term cycle,
gotcha,
she had a 3-year term.
Gotcha.
Because Tom O'Hara is stepping off kind of beginning of his first 3 years, year in his 3-year term. There's 2 years left of that. So that's why there's a 2-year term and a 3-year term. I'm on the 2-year term on the ticket.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've worked in so many committees. Maybe you can talk about the Charter Review Committee.
Sure. The Charter Review Committee has been meeting for the last 2 years. The charter, if you don't know, is basically the town constitution. And it talks about how the town runs and the different committees and organizations. It's all about organization, right?
Yeah.
And so looking at that plan, seeing where things are and seeing what needs to change in a modern 2025. Because it's, there's things, for example, they want to put forth more of an electronic bulletin board to keep it accessible to people. For example, if you have to have a committee meeting right now, you got to go down to the town hall, and you may have to look on the wall to see when the committee meeting is. They do post it on the website as well.
It's kind of a bone of contention around here with the signage, right?
Yes, yeah. So making sure that things are posted, and the town clerk does a great job posting those meetings and those agendas and so forth. Thank you, Deb. And but wouldn't it be great to have more accessibility to that? To have it also on the town website on a regular basis as its own little separate bulletin board. So we're working towards that.
Okay, good.
One thing that we also decided to do is to create a preamble that discusses why we have a charter and recognizing the unique history that Mashpee has with our friends from the Wampanoag Nation.
Right.
And that was very important to do as well. We spent weeks working on that. We came to a great understanding of that. And we all agreed that we wanted to work together in unity. And that's a great thing. We need to be working together in unity because there's so much division in the world today. Every bit of unity we can get helps. So
I know.
That's what the charter review has showed me.
Ashley was asking if low-income owners cannot afford to switch over, how will they be willing to help them? 0%, and there is financial aid involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Reach out to the wastewater department in the town of Mashpee. Check them out, talk to them, call them and say, hey, this is my issue. There are programs. There's some other programs happening in Mashpee as well. There's one program where if you, through Ashley Fisher at the town hall, she's helping with this program where you actually, if you have some need for, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me here. If you have some need to renovate your house, thank you very much.
Okay, perfect.
Do something to your house. Thank you. Senior moment. Get that done. There's some funds available. There's a new project available with that to help that. So make sure you reach out to Ashley Fisher at the wastewater department. She's in there as well, but she's helping to get that together. So
yeah, and I think the need is going to grow just because we do have an older population.
Right. Yes.
And we've got fixed incomes. And given the week we've had, I had this very real financial conversation with my dad yesterday.
Oh, yes.
I was just like, oh God, don't panic.
But there is help. There is
panic.
help. Reach out to the town of Mashpee. Reach out to the wastewater department. Reach out to the select board's office, and you can call me as well, 774-313-8232, and I'm happy to try to direct you to the next location or the next office you need.
You said the right word, though, reach out. I think a lot of people get embarrassed. They feel uncomfortable. It's awkward. They don't know what to do. But honestly, if you're not reaching out and being vocal about your needs, we don't know about them.
Right.
So it's just really important.
Right. And this is a big ask, by the way, to have people connect to their homes, and it's mandated. They know it's a big ask, and they're looking, especially if you're low income or middle income, they're looking to help you with that. So there are programs. Get into those programs, please. Reach out to the town.
All right. This is it. This is your 1 minute. What are you saying to the people of Mashpee for their vote?
Wow. I love Mashpee. I've been invested in Mashpee since 2010. I will continue to be invested in Mashpee, whether I win my spot on the select board or not. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to be invested and help out the town. And I would love your support on election day to help continue the betterment of Mashpee going forward, to clean up our waters and help out with our affordable housing situation, and to just be an advocate for you. We all need an advocate, and I promise to do this. I promise to listen. I promise to help you I promise to help understand your perspective and do my best for you as a select board member. I would ask for your vote on May 10th. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're not going to make a difference if you don't vote either.
Right.
I would like to see
Yes.
a higher voter turnout.
Right. Would be great.
Yeah, right. And we haven't been able to see your sign. I should have put it over here.
Oh.
Held it up for us.
Thank you. And tonight at the lanes in Mashpee, at Mashpee Commons from 5 to 7, I have a meet and greet. So if you'd like to meet me tonight at the lanes from 5 to 7, I'm available. Would love to speak to you, and would love to have you as my guest.
Throw a couple bucks at them. Campaigns aren't cheap.
Campaigns aren't cheap, but I want to meet you. That's what's important.
We also have a very busy weekend here in Mashpee. Captain Eric Jones Day is happening tomorrow. And there was someone that created a song. They went to AI. People have like this full-length song. And Mashpee TV helped out with putting a video together with it. There's a lot of clips that they had used. So tomorrow has been declared as Captain Eric Jones Day. You're involved in Heroes in Transition.
Yes, I've been involved with that. We did a pickleball rack for hit. And I have a good friend from the UK and France. They just did a walk the wall, Hadrian's Wall, across England, and they raised money for veterans all across the world, including Heroes in Transition. And tonight I'll be presenting Cindy with that donation.
So cool.
From that organization. For those guys, these two guys, they just walked the Hadrian's Wall, raised money, and they walked Hadrian's Wall in full Roman regalia. And had, slept at the homes and churches and places along the way. And people were just gracious to them, but they raised thousands of dollars.
That's
and
incredible.
We have some money to present to Heroes in Transition. It's a great organization that helps our veterans and families here in Mashpee.
Yeah, we are how far away? Captains and drivers meeting was yesterday. I'm driving.
Oh,
this will be
driving.
This will be my 4th year driving.
Right. There you go.
I'm like, oh no. They changed the route this year.
Oh no.
So I'm the Upper Cape driver.
Right.
My other driver, Craig, is at the Outer Cape area.
Yes.
And the scary areas in the woods. So I'm like, Craig, this is your turn. And so I wasn't able to make captains and drivers meeting last night because I had to work. And he's like, here I am carrying you once again. I'm always carrying Stephanie. Craig, I appreciate you. Our team is Team Hazard. If you're looking to make a donation, we'll happily take that. Tomorrow, we have got Chili Fest that is happening.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it is. I think it's sold out at this point. You can definitely check. There might be straggling tickets here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is to support the Boys and Girls Club of Cape Cod. We do such an amazing job. I'm on the board over there. And Ruthie, we love you. You put together a fantastic program. Grab Brothers are going to be playing. It's just a fun day. It's going to be junky out tomorrow anyway. So come and shake your bacon and hang out with us at Chili Fest. I think we've got over 25 chilies this year.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
that's
so it's also
a lot of beans.
Yeah. We don't talk about the aftermath, Greg.
No, I'm not. I just said a lot of beans. What are you talking about? Come on now.
Too funny. And then once again, the Easter egg hunt has been moved indoors at Quashnet School at 10 a.m. So make sure you get there early and get ready for the Easter Bunny, and a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. How early do they have to let the Easter Bunny in to do the eggs?
Probably pretty early, I would say. So, yeah.
Bunnies are early risers.
That's right. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
No, just thank you for having me on today.
Oh,
I certainly appreciate that. And honestly, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer your questions. I've given my phone number out several times, 774-313-8232. But you can also email me at gregformashpee, one word, @gmail.com. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your time this morning. And I hope you'll vote for me on May 10th. Thank you.
I am headed on over to WKKL and Cape Cod Community College to have a talk this morning. JT is receiving an award. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but he's one of our Mashpee Chamber board members. He's going to be receiving an award today. So I'm excited to present that award and then do our panel where we talk about branding. If your business needs assistance or if you're not a member of the Mashpee Chamber, please reach out. I'm happy to just assist you with anything. We have lunch and learns where we learn a new business skill every single month. We have business after hours. We have restaurant week, the first ever restaurant week that is coming up in Mashpee.
When is that?
It is June 8th through June 15th.
Excellent.
We basically just collect dining points and we give out gift cards to all of our local restaurants.
Nice.
All our local restaurants are going to be showcasing a dish or a menu that is special for restaurant week. We have our friends over at Short Up Digital going and taking photos of all these gorgeous meals, and we'll be sharing that information with you shortly on how you can get involved in Restaurant Week. I got to thank the Enterprise as well for highlighting us and pushing out that messaging, because this will be the first time we've done this in Mashpee. What's your favorite restaurant in Mashpee for dinner?
Oh, wow. You put me right on the spot.
I know. I love like
Bobby
my
Burns.
Yep.
Love Bobby Burns.
Right.
That's always a good eat. Blue's always good.
Right. Like there are different tiers of dinner, right?
Exactly. But Bobby Burns, we had some friends visiting us last week and they said, we were on a real American meal. Bobby Burns.
We know where to go.
Bobby Burns, and it did not disappoint me. The gentleman said it's the best fish and chips he ever had.
Oh, see, yeah.
And he's from England.
Yep.
So there you go.
Well, our fish is better here. That's
right.
why.
It's fish, right? They don't have that accent.
No. We got to go. You have a great day, Mashpee. We'll
talk
soon.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Take care, Ashley. We'll talk to you later. Bye, Lauren. And bye, Tom. Looks like a chilly day tomorrow. Yes, it's going to be perfect for it.
Chilly.
Pun intended. You're funny. We'll talk in a bit.